Hi, this is the Steve Hirsch Podcast, and I'm Steve Hirsch. Like I always say when broadcasting a video, I've got a warning. If you're one of these liberals who's offended whenever someone makes fun of Joe Biden, then you're too delicate a flower for this job. So click off. And another warning, this one for Trump worshippers. I'm an equal opportunity offender. Now, that doesn't mean I'm bipartisan. I'm a registered Republican, and I plan to vote for Trump. But I totally mock him whenever he deserves it. Oh, and if you'd like to sign up to hear more of my videos and podcasts, please go to my website, stopdeficits.com, and sign up to get a notification whenever I post a new show. Again, it's stopdeficits.com. It's free, and free is good. This Joe Biden thing, when he said that any black person who's undecided between him and Trump ain't black, as stupid and nasty as it sounded, it's helping Biden. Think about it. When's the last time anyone's even mentioned Tara Reade's rape allegation against him? Look, I'm not saying Biden intentionally said what he said in order to create a diversion, because he's not smart enough for that. But bottom line, he's diverted Republicans. Even Fox News hardly mentions Tara Reade anymore. And that's why today I'm going to talk about a liberal college professor friend of mine. I'll call him Dr. Dudley Do-Left. We were drinking beers last night, and he told me he doesn't think Joe Biden raped Tara Reade. Well, I remembered back when Brett Kavanaugh was being grilled by Congress over Christine Blasey Ford's uncorroborated rape allegation. And I remembered how Dr. Do-Left said that we need to always believe the woman. Always, always, always. So maybe it's because I'm not a PhD like Dr. Dudley Do-Left, but I didn't understand if you're supposed to believe all female accusers, how could you not believe Joe Biden's female accuser? And, well, for anyone who doesn't know the kind of guy I am, I'm no diplomat. So I came out and used the H word. I called Dr. Dudley Do-Left, who's a friend of mine for decades, I called him a hypocrite. This is what Dr. Do-Left said. He said, "Oh, I seem like a hypocrite, but I'm not, because you see, Brett Kavanaugh is part of the male patriarchy," and I couldn't help myself. I interrupted. I asked, if the male patriarchy is a club like the one they had on the Honeymooners TV show when Ralph Cramden and Ed Norton used to go to the Raccoon Lodge and drink beer while wearing funny raccoon hats, I'd like to join. So where do I go to join? Well, Dr. Dudley Do-Left, he didn't think that was funny. He said, "Steve, that's not funny. You know perfectly well that I'm referring to the male power structure that runs this country." Yeah, I had known what he meant, but I also knew it was a bunch of liberal gobbledygook. I told him, I know what you mean, but what you mean doesn't mean anything. I asked him if he meant Kavanaugh is guilty because Kavanaugh is male. This is what he said. He said, "Now look, Steve, you're oversimplifying what I and other liberals like myself believe. The male power structure uses its power to keep everyone else under their metaphorical foot." Their metaphorical foot. Dr. Dudley Do-Left says stuff like that all the time, because in case I haven't been clear about the kind of guy Dr. Dudley Do-Left is, he's a stuffy, pretentious, libtard, pointy-headed professor. The only reason we're friends is underneath it all, he means well, and besides, we like drinking beer together while having halfway intelligent political debates. I laughed. I told him he's got a metaphorical stick up his you-know-what, to which he gave me a disapproving look. He probably thought I'd committed a microaggression, seeing as I was being insensitive to people who like having sticks stuck up their you-know-whats. And that's when Dr. Dudley Do-Left said it. He said, "When we say Brett Kavanaugh's accuser should be believed without needing evidence, and that we don't believe Joe Biden's accuser in the absence of proof, we're being consistent, because Joe Biden is a Democrat, and we're consistently for Democrats, and Kavanaugh was backed by Republicans, and we're consistently against Republicans. So you see, Steve, consistency is the opposite of hypocrisy. I interrupted him again, which I admit is something I do a lot. I interrupt. I called him a libtard, and I told him that the only thing he's consistent about is being a hypocrite, and the same holds true for all his fellow libtards who believe Kavanaugh's accuser and don't believe Biden's accuser. You know what? You know what he said? He said, "Well, Steve, you're probably right." Now, like I said earlier, Dr. Dudley Do-Left likes beer, and although it sometimes makes him a jolly good fellow, he's not as good a debater after his 6th beer, and I think he was on his 10th. My theory is that beer, when drunken to success, is a truth serum. If he'd been sober, he wouldn't have admitted to believing Biden and not believing Kavanaugh only because of their party affiliations. So, I'm going to end this video by saying what I always say at the end of my videos, which is, please go to my website, stopdeficits.com, and you can go there and subscribe to my e-newsletter to get notifications